almost 7 hours to see y'all at Subi Fest, Florida. Where the heck are you coming from?
Woo! Outside of Florida.
Probably just also Florida.
It is
man.
long.
Yeah, I bet it's like the tip. And
Long boy.
Or Hotlanta. Coming from Hotlanta.
From
Mua Cheese Lounge. He said sponsor me. That's Muji.
Did you say Muechi?
yeah, what did you say?
Do you know how to say his name? He
I don't
works
know.
here.
Muchi.
no.
Muchi Lord.
I know Muji Lore, but like his.
Muchalese.
Yeah.
Muchalese.
Muchalese.
I don't think that's.
What
Sorry,
is it?
Muchi.
I don't
What
know.
is it? Did you
Just
know
don't
it?
look
Muchi. Muchi, we're gonna need you to call one of us and tell us how to pronounce your name.
Can you phonetically spell your name for us?
Yeah.
Frantically spell your name for us, just like Lynn said.
Smash the keyboard.
Alright.
Phonetically.
Austin from
Frantically.
Texas. How did you come up with the design for your intake? Was there something specific about it that you wanted to make different?
Well, it depends on which intake you're talking about, because I would say our design varies from model to model, but more or less the look we go for is sort of like a upgraded OEM look. So basically what it should have looked like from the factory. In a lot of cases, especially in the case of our Stealth Box, the 15 plus WRX intake and 15 plus STI as well, it's very low profile. It's made out of really nice aluminum. The coating is nice, the badge is nice, and it's all kind of hidden away. So we wanted stealth, again, how it kind of should have come from the factory instead of this big bulgy system on there. So we tend to do, we focus on performance and then we shift our focus to aesthetics, make it look good, because there's far too many intakes on the market that function well but just do not look good, and at the end of the day aesthetics is incredibly important, so we definitely devote time to that as well. But an intake, I mean, it's front and center, it's right there. If you're going to look at it, it better look good.
So I want to shout out Princess Di the STI. You've got some
Can we
freaking
follow
phenomenal
her?
questions.
Probably should.
Can you get on yours
For
and follow
him,
her?
yeah,
What's-
we're gonna
what's
follow
our
you
favorite
because your
Yeah.
questions are amazing.
You're the jam. You're the jam to our peanut butter.
Is there a time frame you set for getting products to market from
Completely
R&D? And if so, do you guys cut off a proposed product
It should be
if
that.
it doesn't fit within the time frame?
Ooh, that's a great question, actually. So yes and no. I mean, we're decently relaxed on our time frames for a product, especially if we're talking
Shouldn't
like
say
a
that.
big product like a front-mount intercooler, because you never know how long it's going to take. When you start development, you might say, okay, 8 months from now we need to finish this, but you get into month 4 and you start testing things, it's not going the way you wanted to, or it is, but then fitment is a little bit off and you have to start from scratch. There's so many anomalies with a big project like that, where the flip side is like the Delrin oil cap that we just released. That's more of a straightforward project. We come up with a design, we have it basically milled out or whatever the process is for that particular product, test fit it, code it, and then we have a finalized thing that we look at and go, yep, this is something we want to put out in the market, we're proud of it, here's the price for it, and then we can go forward with doing like a production run of those. So it varies, definitely varies from product to product. But yeah, there's been products that we spend 6 months, 8 months on, and then realize, whoa, we still have 6 or 8 months to go, so this doesn't make sense for us right now, and we put it on the back burner. I think a header system probably is a good example of that, of something that we pursued, and there was a lot of issues, or maybe just not the right time to release it, and so it got put on the back burner.
Who am I following? Princess
Princess
Di.
Di.
Princess underscore DIE.
For her
underscore
amazing
S.
questions. If we haven't
Okay.
followed her,
I think it's a dude.
or if it's a guy,
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
spam
the
call.
car might be a girl.
Spell
But,
it.
hey, it's 2019.
Princess DIE.
Why is my phone such a sponge?
Muchi Lore, why don't you guys show the Brazilian guy on the left?
He was too busy doing a race car thing.
He is.
So we got into rallycross, and it seems to be probably not total hot garbage for the viewers because we can actually make it around the course. now.
Hey.
Well,
You didn't know. We spoke too soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let me just.
We
How's
got-
that wall taste?
we got flat.
Just the die part. Is it DI?
DIE.
Yeah.
You want to try now?
Oh
Tony's
man.
got it. You can't
Alright,
do much
Princess
worse than Corey
underscore
just did.
die.
Oh, you want to bet?
All right.
Double.
Or do you want to plug YouTube since we're back up?
Heck,
We got
yeah, I
9
wanna plug
viewers,
YouTube. Okay,
Yeah,
everyone get
Princess
back on
underscore
YouTube.
Die underscore E
We got-
underscore STI.
We got tossed off of YouTube, but we're back on now live. I think we just reached the limit. Apparently it's just over an hour or something happened with our connection,
It
but we're
can't
back
be
on
that.
it.
I made it around the corner.
While you're on YouTube, follow our page, watch our videos. We're going to be putting a lot more content out on YouTube especially, and Instagram we always do. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, please do, and ask us questions. That's exactly why we're here. We're just hanging out, playing some video games,
Trying
drinking
to.
some burgers, and we finished the pizza, but unfortunately, there's some crust if you want to scavenge.
The cheese is still there, isn't it? Did y'all finish it?
Do you have plans to come out with another color?
For what?
Engine Bay products.
Engine based stuff, maybe in a limited run. I mean, our company colors have always been red and black. We've tried some other colors like blue, we've had stainless, things like that, and they do pretty well, but never as good as our red and black counterparts. And so we might do limited runs every once in a while, but we'll probably stick with that just because it looks so good in Supras, especially. Go look up our fender shrouds; they look really great in red with all of our other stuff.
Even if you don't want another color and you have a powder coater, they can always strip it and do it the color you want. Not a lot of people do it, but it's an option.
It's true, and there's the custom stuff is really cool. If you can match all of your aesthetic stuff under the engine bay, then you're definitely gonna be a one-off.
Yeah. Ooh, dimensions for the FMIC.
Dimensions, oh.
About yay by.
Yay by hay.
Just enough to fit on the front end of your car without being too big not to fit on the front end of your car.
Right.
Yep.
But not too small where it's not also too small to fit on the
So
front
that's
of
just,
the car.
that's just the top end.
That's all we did. We
We'll
just
say
took
this.
the top and
It's the maximized dimensions that you could put in there. So
So
it's,
much better
it's
than
as
the
much
other.
as we could shove in the front of your car without you having to drastically change anything. So that's kind of what we're all about. We have really good technology to be able to figure out the dimensions of what we can fit. And you guys know that from our top mounts. Our top mounts, the thing that I hear a lot is, I didn't even know this would fit in there until they start fitting it up. It's really tight clearances and tolerances, but that's what we're all about, maximizing the space that you can fit. And one of the things that we have, pieces of technology, is a ferro arm, so we can, I think we have a laser adapter for it now, so we can literally laser the front of your car and know within like millimeters of what we can fit in terms of a product like that. So it'll be huge. You'll see. We're gonna have probably some teasers coming out in the next, well,
Gonna say.
sometime, weeks, months.
this one.
Keep an eye out.
Oh no. Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh.
You go.
Anything like an up pipe for rotated setup in the works. I love my GrimmSpeed up pipe with Turbo Smart external wastegate, but will likely go rotated next rebuild. And we get this one a lot too, which is why I said it.
Yeah, we do get this one a lot. We don't really do rotated stuff because at the end of the day, it's a very small percentage of people that do it. Mostly because you can get really high horsepower of a stock location turbo. I mean, we've had guys get into the 600s with stock location. So with our up pipe, with our external wastegate setup essentially, and intercooler. So most people out there, most super people are not pushing beyond that. Most of the market's in that stock location turbo. So probably not unless we find a bunch of time, which we've been saying that for years. If we can find time, we'll do something more kind of high power. But as of right now, stock location.
How about muffler deletes for Subaru Legacy GT on aftermarket exhaust, not OEM?
Oh,
And this,
I kind of answered this before.
Yeah.
We tend to just do the full system. We don't want to mess around with having to incorporate somebody else's like mid pipe with our axle bag or anything like that. So we prefer just to do a full system all the way through.
mixing and matching is also tough too when it comes to just variances within other manufacturers' parts. You could have brand X, two different pieces of brand X that don't match up the same. So when we make our own parts, we know the tolerances that we have, and we know that everything will work with itself. So
Exactly.
Alright, so I got one from Princess Di again.
Princess
Yeah!
Di. Hey,
All
we
the
followed
other
her, right?
people need
Good.
to start.
Good.
Her, him, I don't even want to.
It's the MVP of.
Princess Di. Is that the name of your car?
Yeah,
Are you
like,
It says
please tell
Tom.
us.
Tom.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I
well
think
it's
it's a guy.
Okay, Tom. Sorry, we've been calling
I
you
don't wanna
her.
assume a gender.
We assume that's the name of your car, but thank you again for
Yes.
asking all these questions. That's awesome.
Thanks to everyone for watching too. I mean, you 15, 13 people that are still watching. that's
Heckin'
cool.
yeah.
For our first one.
Well, especially for being booted off Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, YouTube. We have 15
And YouTube.
watching on YouTube.
Yes.
Get back up.
And then 15, how many on Instagram now?
11.
Mhm.
12.
Yeah,
those
we got
numbers
booted
up,
a while
guys.
back on both of our platforms. I think
We
we've been
were
talking
at
too much.
31 on YouTube.
Yeah, that's good. And your opinion, what's the most important aspect of GrimmSpeed's company culture? I can honestly say
Let's
they're
just
all
go
my
with some-
family.
Yeah.
They're all, it's family.
Yeah.
Like we've all like
Aw.
we've all just been good friends for so long.
I thought we were family
my
now.
God.
Family, sorry.
That's messed up.
I can't believe
Uh,
you said that.
We got
That, I
demoted
think
so quick.
in general, it's just the term company culture. It's really strong here. Being car enthusiasts and our work environment, it's really relaxed. I mean, look, we're drinking beers and eating pizza and watching Tony play video games. So this is kind of what it's all about. I mean, it gets down to business when we need to do it, but at the same time, the managers understand that to keep everyone happy, you need to have some amount of fun in a business place, especially one that has to do with subject matter like ours.
Fun
We get
subject
stressed.
matter.
We get on each other's backs,
yeah,
trust
sure.
me.
Oh, I hate everyone here.
It's
Yeah.
a
I hate
it's
it.
a job.
I hate it so
It's
much.
definitely a job, but
Help
it's,
me.
Someone get me out of here.
it's worth doing because you have times like these and
Yeah.
other things that we do outside of work, and even in work we are still very tight knit.
We are our only friends, like, so you guys are my
We're-
only friends, and you
like-
guys.
Oh, that's the saddest
My
thing I've
life
ever heard.
revolves
Yeah.
around this place.
I love these guys, but I got plenty of other friends too. Maybe we can all say
Better
that.
even,
Yeah.
maybe.
My
But
other
I,
job
I like to
is
say
even
that I
better.
know people outside of work.
Alright.
There's plenty of YouTube stuff
Oh,
to
that's
go
a-
around. So,
Yeah.
Oh, well, hit us. Hit us.
what kind of gauge do you recommend for the GS top mount for monitoring?
I don't know what that means.
I guess.
Well, maybe for monitoring like temps.
Temps or-
I run AEM gauges on my setup, so if you're doing like an intake temp gauge, I suppose you could do that, but that's usually pre-intercooler. But most people don't monitor those temps as much. I mean, like a tuner would, just to see what they're getting. If you're testing, like we monitor it when we test our front mount, so we have sensors kind of mixed in there. But I don't know. To me, like on my car, I just have the vital sensors, basically air fuel ratio, oil pressure, basically make sure things are pressurized and not getting overheated. So I probably wouldn't run like an air sensor. Your Cobb Access Sport, especially if you have a version 3, will tell you some of that stuff. It has about, I don't know, 400 different readings that you can take, and one of them is intake and intercooler temp.
Alright, I have a lot of good questions on Instagram.
Wow.
In regards to production efficiency, how do you feel GrimmSpeed compared to others similar to aftermarket car companies, whether in the U.S. or outside of the U.S.?
Well, it's funny that you should say that, and Corey. Corey is our assembly manager, so he's going to be able to talk more to
Can you
production.
give me it one more again? I was reading some of these here.
Okay. In regards to production efficiency, how do you feel GrimmSpeed compares to other similar aftermarket car companies, whether in the U.S. or outside?
This is a Princess Di question. It is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is a tough one because I don't know that I've ever been to another car company manufacturer.
At least out of the country.
Well, yeah, I mean, we really try and be as lean as we can here, and that shows with, I mean, in the last few years, our in-stock numbers have been significantly better. We've done a lot of new processes, and got a lot of new equipment to keep up with the demand. And I like to think that I run a pretty tight ship, don't I, Tony?
Why do you,
I'd say you
why do
do.
you have to crack your fingers when you say that?
Because he's
Are you gonna hit him?
He's threatening me.
If he does bad, no.
It's
So-
after hours, but he still wants me to be back there working.
Yeah, all in all, Corey hit the nail on the head with, especially being a U.S. manufacturer, we definitely have to be more cognizant of what we do day to day with manufacturing, especially because our margins just aren't as high as someone that, you know, they might develop a product really quickly and then oversees engineering, R&D, and production, and then they can, you know, if it costs them $100, they can sell it for thousands or whatever you want to say. Our margins are a lot less than that, so we have to be worried constantly about how we're doing things here. We can't be inefficient. Inefficiency is pretty much the killer of U.S. manufacturing. So yeah, efficiency standards are incredibly high around here, although it doesn't look like it here right now.
Right now, it does.
We're not
Friday.
being very efficient.
No, we're not at
Pretty
work right now.
efficiently
Well, no,
answering
efficiently
questions.
finished pizza.
We officially
Yeah.
finished the pizza. We
We're
efficiently
almost
ignored
done.
the crust of the pizza.
Who did?
We're almost done with all our beers.
I'm sorry, I'm a crust man,
Me?
but not
Me?
not Pizza Hut.
I want to show you Glenn's
Not
plate.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
You wanted Pizza Hut pizza. though.
Jacques.
Oh,
Yes.
guys.
All right. What's the most speeding tickets?
haven't had
I'm
a
gonna
speeding ticket in
knock on
years.
wood.
That's
I've
not
been very
wood.
lucky.
How many have you had?
If I had to guess, 3 or 4
I'm
throughout
in
my
the same-
years.
I'm in the same boat.
Okay.
Did this die? What is going on?
My thing is.
Oh, it's fully me.
What is it?
You finished.
You've had one, you've had
You had
none,
one?
you've had 4. I've lost my license.
He has lost his license.
No.
But I'm
no.
also older than all of you.
I want to say I don't have that many
Oh,
speeding tickets because my car's never
No.
run, so I can't speed it.
32.
Yeah.
If you can't,
Yeah.
if your car never runs, you can't speed it.
So I've been
Like
pushing my
like-
240 down a hill a lot
Yeah.
lately.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't gotten any tickets in the
I
RX-7
got
on
you.
jack stands.
Hey, not yet. You will with that LS.
I haven't had a Carta Blanca. Oh,
Get that
sorry.
pizza, put it in the corner. Shame it to the
Here.
corner.
Larissa said, "Where's my beer?"
Oh, actually,
plenty.
Larissa, we got one beer for you here. Come on
It's
down.
late.
Come on down. Oh, that ice is really frozen.
Well, you don't say.
Okay, Murder WRX. I've been talking to you for a while here. Honestly, this is a perfect example of why I personally and so many others choose your company, and the fact that you take time out of your personal lives to take care of us and make sure we are
Oh,
happy.
For sure.
that deserves a
Thank
clap.
you. Yes.
Thank you. No, we love it. I mean, this is kind of the first televised evidence of us doing this, but every weekend, or not every weekend, but every weekend that we can, our employees are either at like a car event or it's some sort of, you're doing a rally this weekend.
Yeah.
Representing GrimmSpeed, we do a lot of these things, and I mean, for the actual show season, we, us 3 and a couple other guys will travel out to the Subi events that I mentioned earlier, so we make a presence known there, but that's us taking our time out of our personal weekends. That's, you know, how many days of summer do we get in Minnesota?
No.
12.
12 days of summer? Sounds like a band, or a good movie. So yeah, a lot of it is just being like personally psyched on doing this kind of stuff because no one's paying you to do stuff on the weekend or after hours like this. We just like to be here, talking to you guys, and just shoot the shit with all of us.
So I'm sorry ahead of time, guys. I'm trying to like go back and see. There's a lot of questions all at once. I've noticed. So.
There's nothing on YouTube.
YouTube, pick your
We did.
A
stuff.
lot of
It's
people
'cause we
use
got booted.
Instagram, so.
Did we get booted? No.
Well, we got booted
Um,
before, and so that threw a rhythm off.
It did.
We are down.
You've been able to see
66%.
my legs in every one of these feeds. That's pretty much it.
Hey.
I'm the
well,
leg
no,
man.
we saw you when you were playing.
I'm the
yeah, we
leg
saw
man.
you cross.
What are the best mods you guys recommend for someone who's just starting Subarus?
Intake,
Mhm.
access ports.
There's a couple.
So-
there's a couple schools of thought.
All of our dress up.
There
lines.
is I say go balls to the wall and LS swap it. Right, Corey?
Yes.
No, mostly it's what we would call like a stage 1, stage 2, which is sort of a universal term across the Subaru world to put you in a category if you're just starting to mod. So a stage 1 would be like an intake and a 2. A stage 2 would be exhaust work. So if you have a 15 plus WRX, a J pipe, maybe catback, and then really the world's your oyster. You can do whatever you want after that. Charge pipe, you do intercooler, you do BCS, but stage 2 is usually opening up that exhaust work. If it were me and I'm just gonna assume you have a 15 plus WRX because that's the majority of people. I would do a J pipe, I would do an intake, I would do a boost controller, and I would retune for it, and that's a nice kind of stage 2 entry package. Then when you're ready to go crazy, charge pipe, intercooler, some fueling mods, a catback, and then some peripheral things like lightweight pulley, and suspension stuff. Don't miss out on the suspension stuff. Sway bars, end links, all that stuff makes a big difference.
I got one here. It's a quick
I
one.
just have an update for YouTube. I can't message on YouTube, only shows videos, no comments, nothing else.
You know why? That's because we probably had a lag time. So when it went offline, they were still messaging, but then
Yeah.
it stopped for them, and that's why you probably haven't had any messages.
Well, no, there's people messaging now. I said, any questions?
Oh, well,
Trevor Robertson, who was a big fan on the old feed and, traveled to the new dimension with us to this feed, asked who would win in a foot race? Stipulation, must be wearing Crocs.
Ooh, can the Crocs fall off
I think-
halfway through?
Yeah.
I
Do you
think-
have to have them locked on in attack mode? Or
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
they be
if
in
you-
No,
if
it's
you have
attack
it,
mode.
Defense
forward.
mode, defense mode. Loosey goosey. I'll say this: I may be the only one here, and it was a goal of mine for a while to run a 5:59 mile on the treadmill. I done did it.
Nice.
So I think I might have it.
Congrats.
Okay, so Yotama123 asked this before, and I missed it? Missed it. My bad. I'll ask you on that. Any plans to come out with a TGV/EGR delete kit for 15 plus WRX?
Probably not. I do think we have prototyped it. If I can talk to one of our engineers, I'm sure they could fill us in a little bit more. I think we have some, but we didn't go forward with it. Some of it is professional courtesy. We have a lot of other manufacturers that we're really good friends with, and if they make that certain part, we might not make it, especially, or vice versa as well. If they're making something, they might can the project because we've already made a version of it. So I would say we can, but we choose not to right now. Right now. Sandra, what you got for us?
Ramsey Rex.
We know Ramsey. What's up?
What's the next innovation idea that you can give us a little teaser?
Ooh, innovation idea.
Does that mean like
A new style product maybe?
or that we
something
haven't thought of yet?
Well, we wouldn't really reveal that because if we
Yeah.
said something that's in development, then another company might do it before us, so we're not going to say that. But we are looking forward to like the new generation of STI with hopefully the FA24 is the rumor, and in that case, there's going to be a whole lot of innovation because that's a new platform for us. EJ Series Motors have been such a big seller over the years that it's been great for us. But new platform means new opportunities too. We saw that with the new WX.
Any plans to give more love to the Evo market?
Womp womp. Well, I know the new Evo's coming out next year, and it's a crossover SUV type thing, so we might make like, I don't know, child seating
Hey, that
for
might be
it.
like
cargo net
the
for
really
cargo
rare
net.
like Evo wagon.
No, sorry, we don't mean to shit on Evos. We love Evos, obviously, but the market just isn't big enough anymore, especially since they got discontinued. There's only so much we can make for the older style, and already, the market's been pretty much drained. So it's unfortunate because we do love those cars.
Is that our boost controller?
We got the boost controller, we got a master cylinder brace, we got some
Yep.
gaskets. That being said, our boost controllers for those are the same as the Subaru ones in terms of the solenoid, and plenty of Evo guys. You guys are the ones pushing it to the limit and beyond 700, 800, 900 horsepower. Actually, 1,000 horsepower Evo, I think 9 was running one of our boost controllers. I have some pictures of it. But hey, if you can run 1,000 horsepower in an Evo, you can certainly run 3, 4, 5, whatever in a Subaru with one of those. Corey, did you have something else?
Yeah, I thought Corey had some after.
I don't think so. We've already answered.
Well,
Someone already asked fender shrouds for older Subis. There are so many Subarus in New Jersey. It's crazy. You guys need that BPV for that sick charge pipe.
Okay. Yeah, we've never really done bypass valves. That's probably another example of other companies are doing it. We don't want to step on their toes. There's tons of great companies that do that kind of stuff, and not really our territory. The same thing as off-road Subarus. We don't do a whole lot of off-road stuff. We don't really do much in the way of bypass valves. I recommend TurboSmart. I've always had great luck with them, and great company to deal with. So. This might be a good time to do a giveaway for the shirt and hat.
Can we increase the ambiance? Do you think we could shut off the shop lights and just be illuminated by these? Would that work?
I think it might be too sexy for our viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. But wait,
Kobe.
there's more. Yeah, why don't we do a giveaway?
Hey,
We
my
have-
mom said she watched this and she loves all you guys and she loved watching us.
Oh,
Hi, Mom.
That's awesome. Hey, Mama.
She might be generating
So,
for the older audience.
We're gonna go ahead and give away the apparel package for the night. It's one of the mesh hats. It's one of the shirts that Clinton's wearing. You can't really get it up.
Right.
It's got a big old logo on the back.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take it out of the bag because I want the person to win it and have it brand new. But we are gonna wait for Sandra to come back, unless everyone's leaving.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. All right,
There it is.
perfect. Do you want to do the giveaway?
There's 2 of them.
On there.
Sure.
Why don't you scroll through some of the comments and questions that have been asked on our live feed,
Okay.
and then we'll just choose someone from the live feed. Since you guys have been on here with us hanging out,
Are we doing this one or this one?
do the live feed. questions
Oh,
and comments.
my
Yep.
feed.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Getting in on this more.
All right. We see you now.
I've been banished.
I want to make sure
Corner.
this doesn't
I'm
time
okay
out
with
like
it.
it did last time. Alright. I'll check this one.
Let me see Sanders' phone. And while we're setting up for the giveaway, I'm going to see if there's
Oh, man,
any
this
more
is,
questions.
Look at me go there.
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah, there.
Princess Di, market research development. So you said you're located in the Midwest, and if that's correct, are your products more geared towards where you sell the most versus where the HQ is, or vice versa? So, another great question. You're coming with all the hits. We are in the Midwest. We're in Minneapolis, Minnesota, pretty much the heart of the Midwest. We do gear our products basically nationwide, maybe even internationally. We don't do a whole lot of off-road stuff, like I mentioned before. That might be, the Midwest is kind of associated with bad winters, maybe some more off-road culture, that sort of stuff. So we don't necessarily do that. So that might be an example of not catering to here specifically. We just kind of cater to what is popular in the Subaru world. At the end of the day, we have to sell products to make money, to keep the lights on, to keep the GoPros and iPhones on, and the beer flowing. So we kind of go with what people are modifying with, and it's usually the same across the country, whether it's in Florida where we're going to be, if it's in California, the Midwest, intercoolers, up pipes, things like that are just always popular. So we don't necessarily do it regionally. This is a great question, and we can go in order, starting with Corey. 04FXT, still one wolf. Getting tipsy yet? Aha. That's a yes. That's a yes.
This is, are you getting tipsy?
Oh,
This is
yes.
are you?
You can only have so much beer and
To
pizza
me?
before you get tipsy.
Specifically?
To you.
No,
Well, no, it's
I
in
was
order.
Called out?
He's playing video games. It's all right. But it is also Friday. What?
Yeah, why not?
Rams Rex.
How you gonna do this to me?
Shout out to you.
On live TV to the millions of viewers.
Clinton, this is a little bit older than you, but how long did it take to come up with the GS logo design? Maybe you could talk about just some design
Logo.
aspects.
Wait, this logo or the shirt logo?
Probably the
This
GS. Well, I'm assuming it's probably the shirt logo.
the shirt or this one?
I'm gonna assume it's the shirt. So
Okay.
he did come up with that.
I came up with this shirt, and I
That's
just
why no
wanted
one
to,
wears it.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to focus on the fact that we do our welding in-house, and that was a very important aspect for us, so I just wanted to showcase that.
Turn around and
And
show
then-
off.
So,
Again.
Woo.
welding, manufactured in Minneapolis, and I don't know.
It looks good.
That's
We
good.
like
It's just
it.
a good
It is.
design.
Made in the
it's just a good
USA,
design.
just
We don't want to
representing.
go for like
That's
overly flashy, ridiculous designs either. No. I was gonna have
Oh.
you choose.
Okay.
I was gonna have you choose.
Oh,
one.
I thought you were.
We're choosing a winner for the apparel package.
Mm.
So thank you guys for commenting and coming in with all the good questions. We're just gonna choose a winner for this. And Corey, you want to help him out? So there's no bias. We don't want any bias going on.
Wait, are we?
How are we doing it?
He's scrolling, and you're just touching.
Okay.
Scrolling,
Same as
touching,
last time.
scrolling, touching.
People are asking for
Different.
YouTube
so many
giveaway.
comments.
But there's only
No. Just scroll through the comment feed, and then he's gonna grab.
There's
off the
only
live
so
stream.
many
What do you
comments.
mean? There's so many comments?
Technical difficulties. Please wait.
They must have disappeared. There was a heck
Just
of
go
a
to
lot
the-
more.
HTTP 404 error.
Oh no.
We were having all sorts of technical difficulties. It's just loading it really. Okay, so what must happen is it's probably deleting old comments
We
on
could
here.
do one on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, so YouTube has a bunch of comments. We're gonna do that. Corey's scrolling through.
There's not that many comments, but there's significantly more. And it's-
Yeah, Instagram guys, for some reason all of your comments disappeared, so I can't scroll through anything. So we're gonna do the apparel giveaway on YouTube, but we are gonna do the second Delrin oil cap giveaway on Instagram. So keep asking questions, keep tuning into that, and we'll do that before we leave. There we go. Oh, cool guy art.
I was gonna say go TI with
That's
it.
cool guy art.
You don't want or what?
Okay, yes. So let's do one at random if you can. TI.
There you go.
How many viewers do we have? YouTube, Instagram?
YouTube 14 right now.
See,
Hey,
it pays.
so many.
It
We got,
pays
we
to
got,
be in
we got a
here.
lot of viewers.
This is staying on quite well.
Now I know why TI does it.
All right, so
One
maybe
more.
here's what we gotta do. If you want to be entered in the giveaway and you're on Instagram, since we're having some issues with that, come and comment that you're here on the YouTube to be entered to win I think we should probably give it another like 5 minutes so that people can make the transfer.
Yes.
Because there's like 6 people commenting.
Go on
Which-
YouTube. Go on YouTube. We'll do that giveaway, then just come back to Instagram. And I'll just keep answering some little things here. Jay's Caps says Honda Ridgeline in the house. All right. More cars.
Yay.
Honda Ridgelines are cool.
I like minivans.
Okay, Murder WX says, "What's up? Hello."
Hi.
FN underscore send it underscore, or sorry, FN underscore send underscore it. I've got a race with the DC Rallycross region tomorrow. First time racing with a modified class after the rebuild. Wish me luck. I think we all
Good
luck,
wish you
babe.
luck.
Post pics.
Yes, actually send us some stuff. We want to see how you do, even if it's not so great. The more rally picks, the better. So,
I think I
so
recently spoke with you too, and you're a good guy, so
Yes.
good luck.
yeah, literally underscore send it.
Yeah.
WXD underscore wagon YouTube squad.
Oh, we're getting a ton of people on YouTube.
We're
I
getting
like
on
that.
YouTube because
We
they
are.
want the free stuff.
20 now.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
20 now.
Gang gang.
Jace Cap says my Subi began knocking last month.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Knock, knock, knocking at heaven's door.
Drive it until something bad happens. Something worse happens.
Don't do that. Go get it fixed.
No, no. Load up.
Watching YouTube on Xbox, not able to live chat. That's okay, as long as you can watch us do our thing. Other people can chat and ask us questions.
We'll have
and
more
everything.
giveaways in the future.
Yes.
So.
We
I
are.
think
we
that's
are-
what they're concerned about.
We do have 2 more to go.
Can I grab some GS license plate frames from my mom's Volvo?
For
Yeah.
Mom's
Heck
Volvo.
yeah.
How about this? If you place an order with us and you put it in the comment section, we'll throw them in for free. But you gotta buy something first,
Yeah.
because we're not just gonna send them for a Volvo. We don't make anything Volvo.
Maybe, huh? Those
What
new
Boost
are you
Volvos-
controller,
most
yeah.
excited for in GrimmSpeed's future?
GrimmSpeed's future.
Growth, baby.
Woo!
Yeah.
Growth,
I mean,
yeah.
we've grown crazy amounts since I've
In
seen
the last,
The last
even
couple
in
of
the last
years,
like
especially.
year, yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
To give you a little perspective, when we started, as I mentioned earlier, we were in a 2-car garage. Then it went to a slightly bigger shop space. Then we were at 2,000 square feet. Then we quickly moved into this is almost 17,000 square feet, and we've outgrown that. We've made a number of changes in our warehouse to be able to stock more stuff, but we're kind of bursting at the seams. So next warehouse, who knows? But yeah, the growth has been really good. I think we're all excited just to see it keep going.
absolutely.
Because the more we grow, the more people we can hire, the more products we can make, the more
mean-
technical things we can design.
We got great new employees. We're every day is.
And then there's Sandra.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
always also employees besides that one.
There's hit and miss,
Yeah.
you know. But
Just one woman.
Do we have people on YouTube now?
oh, people are on YouTube.
Okay.
Here's one.
Okay.
And
One more
the
question,
answer,
then we do a giveaway?
Sure.
Okay.
The answer is, all right. I'm gonna do a question, which I'm gonna answer because it's easy,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do a comment that someone left because it's nice.
Should we start with the nice
the
one? I
question
looked at my
is-
dessert first.
No.
Were you guys at Boxerfest in York, PA? You guys look familiar, and I grabbed one of the free banners. Yes, Art Clinton and I were all at Boxerfest.
Yeah, Boxerfest was a blast. I
Was
can't
a blast.
remember if the weather
No, that was
held out.
last year.
Yeah, last year Boxerfest was not a blast. It downpoured the whole time. This year it was great. So all of the shows have been pretty great this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
they
get
have
that dessert.
Yeah, all right. Here's a dessert
What that felt
from
dessert here.
Phaser Studios. GrimmSpeed is a company that truly cares about their products and customers. So appreciative of you guys.
Yeah, we love it.
Thank
We
you.
love it. Thank you
Great.
so much. We
Thank
are
you.
appreciative of you guys.
Cheers.
Honestly, at the end of the day, every company.
Cheers.
Hold on.
I'm out.
Cheers.
Every company should be appreciative of their fans and their customers because they're the reason that the lights stay on and they keep the company going. So we truly are, because if you guys didn't buy our parts, we definitely would not be employed here. Where would, oh, this is a good one. This is a hard
Oh,
question.
I already know what you're gonna
Where
ask.
would you be employed if you weren't,
Oh,
if
man.
there was no GrimmSpeed?
It's a scary question. I don't know.
Yikes.
I feel like I would be doing Halo jumps over foreign territory. I really do. I think I'm a Halo
altitude,
jumper. I'm
low
air,
open,
I
baby.
feel like
I'm
you'd be-
aerodynamic.
Here's
I
a
feel
question,
you'd be
what's
one of those
Halo
guys on
stand for?
YouTube that
Yeah.
does, like, the-
High altitude, low open.
There you go.
Just said it.
I know, but I come on, I do. I used to play the video game.
I definitely do.
You know it. Halo 2, shout out.
There's Hey Ho too.
I don't know.
I open.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Halo. What does ODST stand for then? If you're a Halo guy, and you're a Halo.
Are you talking about the
jumper.
video game now?
Yeah,
don't
I am.
remember that. I don't remember it. I'm so old. I used to play Halo 1, or I anticipated Halo 1 as it came out. I had a pre-order, and then me and Eric Anus. Yeah, used to
Yeah.
play it all the time.
I still have
I
my disc.
remember
I just found it today.
playing
Eric 315.
It was a disc. I thought it was a cartridge. I remember
I
blowing on
played
it.
it on a. I'm old enough that I played it on a clamshell green and white iBook.
Oh no.
Halo?
Yeah. No, that, you can't put on
Halo.
Halo. What?
Pretty sure it was.
Alright, so I got
Mm-mm.
Yes, it was.
another
It was good.
Princess
Yeah.
Di.
I
All right,
have
Princess Di question.
I have
This
it
is
for
important.
PC. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I assume your main in-house welding process is TIG, which is correct.
It is. But we do both.
We do both, yes. Do you think your duty cycle is more affected by the welder or the machines that you use?
Oh, I think it's both. I mean, there's a reason
Yeah.
we hire the welders that we do. They are, it's tough because we are manufacturers, so we have to hire production welders. But we're known for such good quality. They also have to be artisan welders, and so they're humming the Halo theme song.
We got a request.
We did get a request. That's good. Anyway, important question. So it's got to be a mix of both. It's both the talent and it's the machinery. We actually recently upgraded a lot of our welding machinery to be able to do better passes. But we wouldn't. You can have the best equipment in the world if you're a terrible welder like Corey. Then it doesn't even matter.
Oh.
He's actually the only one here that welds good out of any of us. So.
I've played it once or twice.
But no, it's all a mix. But welding talent is very important. Very.
Here you go. This maybe is for the Iowa boys in the house.
All right.
Who can drink the most beer until they're dying in a cornfield?
Me and him.
Actually, no.
I live in a cornfield.
We grew up on a pig farm, essentially.
Yeah.
Sandra, I don't know what her past is, but she definitely lives on a farm now.
I was born in a
And
farm,
she's the most redneck
so-
out of all of us, by far. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
She burns all of her trash.
It's true.
Yeah,
Sandra
yeah.
does not
No,
take her trash, she
that's
burns
illegal art. That's illegal.
We're
Don't
sucking
say
the-
that.
Wait, don't you guys have a pet
Don't
pig?
say that I do
You have a
illegal
pet
We
things.
need to do
right?
the giveaway. For
Yeah, we do.
Yes,
we got
yes.
a good comment pool here now.
All right, we'll get back to the
Beer's
comments.
gone.
There's two more
YouTuber
beers
is-
left.
I'm good. I got dry.
Yeah. It's some,
Yeah.
There's no more pizza. All right, apparel giveaway. Do you want to just scroll through and maybe?
How about
click
you
thing?
scroll and then I'll pick.
We want to keep it as unbiased as possible.
look at
Now,
this.
typically with giveaways, we have a program that picks at random. With you guys, it's a little bit more on the fly. So we're gonna have
Couldn't get ready.
You can't
Course
see it. I got the
scroll through.
angle.
Oh.
the angle of the dangle. That's what we call it.
Can you say that?
Are you going?
What?
All right, ready, Art?
Okay, yep.
So you
This
gotta
is for
push
the
and hold, and
GrimmSpeed
I'm
hat.
all
This is for the GrimmSpeed shirt, and the winner is.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, come.
The
Come
winner
on,
is
Corey.
underscore. Hold on.
Corey, you
Oh
can't
yeah,
see.
you can't see it. Okay.
Oh my god.
We're doing. Okay.
Technology, right?
Ready?
Yep.
We got it. All right, who is the winner of the apparel package?
Shells 150.
Shells 150. Thank you for tuning in. I know you're on Instagram because I've seen your login before. So why don't you DM us with your contact info, and we're gonna go ahead and send this out probably on Monday. We don't have time today anymore, so send us that, and we'll give it to you. Congratulations.
Shells 150 is from the previous. I remember that from the previous YouTube.
Yeah.
Instagram at WRXCNJ.
Okay, so DM us, please, contact info, and we'll send it on out. We do still have one giveaway for another oil cap, another brand new Delrin oil cap, Cool Touch, version 2. So that's coming. But for now, do we have some more questions? We're probably going to start wrapping it up here pretty soon. So we'll do another, 10, 15 minutes of questions, and then we got to get home to our loved ones and dogs and such.
And animals.
Our loved dogs and such.
Sandra's
You
pet
guys
pig.
are awesome. Best live stream from the MFG I've been on. Can't wait for more to come.
That's awesome, guys. Actually, this is a little bit of a test run for us. Basically, we're just hanging out. This is our free time, and we're doing, we're just contributing our time to hang out with our fans. So if you want to see more of it, encourage it and tune in. Tell your
Tell us
friends
what you
about
want
it.
to see.
Tell us what you want to see.
We have a lot of different things that we could do. Like we could do.
We do RC cars. We've got
RC
RC
cars.
cars. We can do a little bit of skateboarding out in the shop.
Yeah.
That's a vote of mine.
Yeah, skate.
Anyone else skateboard out there or BMX? We got a couple guys that do. I think the running joke in the car world is you did some sort of extreme sport before cars. So a lot of guys are BMX. A lot of them. Some of them are rollerblade. A lot of them skateboard.
Paintballers.
We even have scooter guys in the shop.
do.
We do have scooter guys. So we could do like a little trick session or something. That'd be fun.
Do motorcycle day.
We can do a motorcycle next spring.
Two-wheel day.
Yeah.
Let's be real, mine's not a
Two-wheel day.
motorcycle.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe next spring or something. But between